Oh. Redo.
Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Barney.
I've got Buc-ee's. It's a Texas tradition, along with
Ironroot Republic.
Boom.
Baby. Bam.
we got Apotheosis. We're gonna
Test it. Garden hat style, baby. Garden
Texas
hat
bourbon whiskey style.
Yeah. All right, we had to do two takes
We're
of that
laughing
one.
because Bart really messed up the first one.
Well, he brought up Bucky's hat, but then I was like, wow, why is he talking about the hat? And then he keyed it into Texas, but then I thought he was keying off of my hat. It was confusing. This is a hat that you once said I would never wear on the show. And then I proceeded to wear it a lot.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Well, go ahead.
Ironroot Republic. Yes, we're big fans.
Huge.
We go down, we visit them. I was down there. Actually, Charlie
We do buy
Byers.
these, though. We
Yeah,
buy these.
that's where I was going exactly.
Yep.
Charlie Byers, multi-casking, was down there. He'd picked up the Grayson bourbon. He gave it to us to review.
Loaned.
We'll go down there. Well, yeah, loaned it to us to review. We were down there. I picked these up. I always insist on us buying the bottles ourselves. And
That
we
way-
do. We
that
pay
way,
for
if
it.
we don't like it, we tell you like we always do.
Yeah.
Because we don't like everything.
Or we're not going to review it. I mean, we're not out here to badmouth people.
I want to
either.
trash the Licorice Brothers. I want to trash them. I go, this is terrible. Terrible.
We've got 2 of 3 special Apotheosis releases.
2 of 3.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told you before. We went
I
live.
know, but I'm doing for the show like 2 of 3.
you're excited?
Reiterating. Well, more like, why are we missing out on the third?
Yeah. Apparently the third's not available yet, but we picked up. So this is straight bourbon whiskey, Ironroot straight bourbon whiskey,
Finished
Texas.
in. Yes.
This one is finished in red wine casks,
And this is an Armagnac.
Armagnac casks, and their cask strength. This one, the red wine cask is 58.1%
63.8.
on the Armagnac. So, and we've got them lined up in our glasses the same. The Armagnac is on your left. The red wine finish is on your right.
Perfect.
I would go with the red wine finish first being the 58%er,
Oh, yeah.
and then work up to that 63 Whopper.
Dirty.
Like Burger, they had to put Burger King on there. The Burger King Whopper.
Whopper.
63.1. I guess that's not, we've had higher. There's a lot higher.
Yeah,
than
we
that.
have. So
That's still a decent.
it'd be the Whopper Junior.
Wow.
I know, it's crawling right up out of there.
Definitely sweet red fruits.
Yes.
Wow, and that's
No, it's here.
that's coming up out of the glass. Ooh.
It is. It's very berryish.
Yeah, it is.
Right around the lip. You can just come in from the side.
But I forgot, so I did mention 3. The third bottling of this is finished in rye casks.
I like my rye.
So
Like rye, baby.
apparently that one must not be available. These are limited editions as well, those special releases from Ironroot.
Being Texas, you do have to usually go to the distiller, which is fine. But I think, are these selling in total? Because they do have a deal with total.
So most of the special releases are only available at the distillery.
Okay. All right.
Or they'll do lotteries for
Man, that's interesting. Yeah, a
Bert-
lot of berry.
brown sugars.
Okay.
But yeah, sweet red berries, sweet
Little bit
red
of wine
fruits.
touch.
Very nice nose coming up out. Yep. And it was, I mean, my nose was this far from the glass and I was able
Wow.
to smell it.
That lets you know what's there. Holy moly. I got some cinnamons, brown sugar. I'm going to have, a little bit of cola or root beer barrel candy. Man. And then I'm getting a little, wow, I wasn't getting the berry, but I'm getting a little berry in the deep finish.
Really, the first thing that hit me was a little bit of astringency. Almost like it dried my mouth, and it is right now on the finish as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice brown sugars, nice red fruits. A A lot of cinnamon. Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Cinnamon
it's
right up front. It's
a-
cinnamon.
a punch on the palate.
It is. I'm curious. I bet you water's going to bring out a little bit more of the
Mm-hmm.
berry. I'm getting the berry in the finish. What do you get in the finish? I'm going to go heavy. Ooh, watch out. I got a little excited.
Charred
Look at it.
oak.
Judgmental. That's what I'm working with here.
I made fun of him one time for throwing the water, so now he's got to do it every time. Then he hits my glass.
Now I'm trying to hit it from like 10 feet, but kapow,
Kadoosh! Crack. He's like,
yeah.
finish, like I say, it's still a little bit. It's a little oaky, and this could be part of that red wine cask finishing as well going on here. But nice berries, nice fruits, little astringency, little oak, caramels, brown sugars. I like the root beer barrel candies.
Yeah, still root beer. Lots of root beer candy with the water.
That was all.
More.
Well, that was more. That was neat. I haven't even tasted. Let's
Yeah, I'm
get
getting
in here
more with the water. A lot of root beer. I'm getting less of the berry. Tons of root beer. Interesting. I'm going with even more water. We're gonna see.
I can feel that it has kind of. It started to open it up now.
We're gonna go for the bomber drop.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Just
And the way it hit the glass,
Yeah,
it kind of
went
made the whiskey.
ding. Yeah, it made it dance, baby. Big fan of the B-17.
Yeah, root beer barrel candy, big time.
Yeah, huge.
Toasted cinnamons, toasted oaks. Still, are you finding it astringent?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, from the dry, yes.
Yeah.
I played with my mustache again. Sorry. I kept expecting. I got a little bit of berry when it was neat on the finish, and now I'm getting none. It's still the caramel root beer cola, and a lot of cream in the finish. Little cream in the finish there. That's interesting. I could sip on this for a long time.
I do think I like this one, the higher ABV. Let's see here with the second drop of water. Second, pretty healthy dollop.
Yeah, it was a bomb drop. That was like Norden bomb sight. On target, baby. Yeah. Boy, you'd have to be careful sipping it neat at the proof, but that was the one place I got the berry. I wonder if the berry, well, I wouldn't mind coming back to this in a month because I bet you that berry makes itself known.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definite an influence here, though. Taking that strong bourbon character, though, that's really still, I think, kind of the overriding factor here. Hints of the red wine finish.
Yeah, I just thought the water would bring out more, and instead it brought out more of the cola.
I think more of the cola and more of the oak as well. But nice sweetness. The thing is, I can't distinguish and tell you, oh, there's raspberries, oh, there's plums, oh, there's whatever. But there's a definite kind of rich, fruity, darker sweetness in there.
I only got it on the very first when it was neat and at the tail end.
All right, let's move on to the Armagnac. Apotheosis, finished in Armagnac.
Palate cleansed with a little bit of water. And let's see here.
Well, no, it was cleansed, but it was diluted.
Drenched?
Drenched. Quenched.
Quenched. I like quenched. Quenched, which is the distant cousin of drenched. Boy.
So nose, not as much really coming out. The red wine one really kind of seemed like it was flowing out of the glass.
Yeah, but I got a little...
A
little like wineskin and oddly a little bit of like a beech nut.
Wineskin. Do you mean grape skin?
I suppose that would be better because the wineskin is kind of like the old little like, leather drinking pouch was what they called the wineskin.
Oh, really?
In the day.
Oh, okay.
But that's not what I was thinking. I was definitely thinking of grape.
There's a tanginess here. I know it's Armagnac, so it's telling me grapish, but
yeah, I would never know
thinking,
if
I'm thinking it's tangy.
Yeah.
There's toasted notes in here.
Yes.
And a tangy
unspecified
Almost-
if we didn't know what Armagnac
Right.
was listed. I would
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
but I think
Tangy-
that is.
Tangy, almost dunnage.
Oh, that's it. And that
Yeah.
is, it's got to be the Armagnac. You're right. Dunnage is the key.
Yeah, kind of that the dirt floor.
Yeah. It's
Warehouse
It's a
that's been-
180-year warehouse. It's got dank dirt floors. Yeah, I know. We've been in them. There's cobwebs, but you go in and you can smell the alcohol mixing with the wood.
So usually that shows. Well, I mean, a result here of the probably the Armagnac finish. Sometimes Campbelltown whiskeys display that. Campbelltown
Ooh.
scotches. And
Oh, Lordy.
and or older scotches that have been
Well,
aged.
this is very different, and it's showing through.
Ooh,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to come back to hit that front end, but right on the palate, it's telling you something's different. Something's different here. Again, I wouldn't have been able to guess it other than difference. But that's that Armagnac making itself known right there, almost like it's like a dry fruit at the forefront, maybe.
Yep. That's exactly what I'd say. Yeah. Still a little astringent here as well. I think the influence from the Armagnac coming in. It's a lot more, this Armagnac finish, it was a lot more pronounced than what the red was coming through on the red wine one.
Oh, wow.
A little bit higher ABV, I think, from 58 to 63. So a little bit higher ABV here. But yeah, I think the Armagnac finish is right up front.
It's like immediate. It's right on the forefront. And it sits there in a fruit medley until you swallow. And then immediately I got stung by the ABV, which is funny. The ABV was strong, but not until I actually,
Did you do water yet?
I haven't. Oh, that was gentle. That was so gentle.
That's
It's almost
That was
delicate.
a good drop.
A little effeminate.
Yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, you got to have a little bit of a softer side. Wow.
Burnt marshmallows, burnt s'mores, actually right over the campfire.
Wow, the nose is definitely reminiscent of the first Armagnac flash when you first sip it.
Almost like a burnt s'more with a little bit of a raspberry drizzle on it, or like a grape reduction sauce on there. Maybe even like balsamic vinegar, balsamic reduction.
Wow.
Kind of tangy, kind of salty.
Okay, the water brought down I still get a little bit of a wine flavor on the forefront, but it brought down the intensity of it as you would expect. Softened out the alcohol burn I got on that first one. And it goes creamy and marshmallowy in the finish.
And burnt caramel now too with the water.
Yeah.
Really a little bit more in between, about mid palate.
Yeah, it's like
nice
a
burnt caramel.
marshmallow
caramel.
caramel melting.
Took a little flame
Yeah,
torch.
yeah,
to
you
it.
did the little.
Yep.
Yeah,
Melted it down.
like the sound
Toasted
effects.
it.
No, that's
Ooh.
that's my favorite out of those two. Although it doesn't mean that the wine
Oh,
one
yeah.
won't open up. But wow,
Yeah, yeah. Both very good, but
there's a
that,
lot going on there.
that Armagnac is a wallet.
Man.
That's a palate punch right there. Woo. Nice finish on the Armagnac. Both nice finishes, but the Armagnac one really hanging in there.
Yes,
Drop of water here. What's your thoughts on neat to a drop of water?
they're I enjoyed them both, but different. Like the Armagnac was up front and much more like bow, like pizzazz. But
a second.
then I did get stung a little bit with that ABV as it went through. And now that we've added the water, the finish is much more marshmallow caramel, which I didn't get when it was, I think I got caught with the ABV. And it did bring down that Armagnac note a little bit, but it's still definitely distinguishable on the forefront. It's one of the clearest right up front, right on the sip where you get it. That's neat. That's really good.
I actually think I like this one with a little bit of water. The red wine, I liked a little bit higher ABV. And I think water was actually kind of hiding some of those red wine finish notes. With the Armagnac, ooh, I mean, it's really, the finish on it is just really drawing it out.
It's good both ways, man.
Yeah. Ooh.
but I'm getting a lot more in the finish with the dilution.
Yeah.
A lot more. All that marshmallow and caramel came out. And what really surprised me, though, is this grabs you from first sip.
Yeah.
First touch.
Yep.
Oh, my. A lot of times I don't get a lot of flavors coming in until I've swallowed. And, boy, this one grabs you immediately. That's good.
Score it.
That's real good. 90. That is nice.
For which one?
90 for the Armagnac. I believe the wine one will probably open up, but it didn't grab me at all. I mean, it felt more bourbon-esque at 87.
Ooh.
Yeah. But this one, killer.
I'm going 90 and 92.
Oh, wow.
Both really good whiskeys.
This
that,
one.
Yeah.
Whew,
Armagnac.
That Armagnac just, I didn't know what to expect.
That's the
Actually.
showcaser.
Yeah, definitely. Do you remember prices?
Yes. All right. I had to look for my receipt. I can't find it. These were $80, $90 range, I want to say. Maybe 70.
Steel. You got to try this one. It's a very unique flavor profile and kind of shows you what Ironroot can do.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, I like them. Definitely worth it. If you're at the distillery and have the chance to pick these up, by all means, do it.
woo, that one's good. I like it. You can find us.
I would go back to the red wine one, and it's definitely sweeter. It's definitely fruitier, more berries. They're starting to show now a little bit more, especially after the Armagnac. Armagnac more kind of that tangy grape influence.
All right. That's interesting. That was a good callback to go back and try the other one. A little creamier, too.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more
Interesting.
toasted note showing on the Armagnac, a little bit more tangy.
That's nice. They
Yeah.
complement each other very well.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see what happens when that opens up. So we purchase these with our own funds. If you want to help us out with that, you can go to Patreon, look up Scotch Test Dummies. You can support for as little as $1 a month, $1 a show, or any amount. He likes to say, what, $1,000?
$100 a month. Same as a cup of coffee an hour.
Yeah, there you go. You know, you spend a lot on those special cups of brew. Where can you find this show?
Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can pick up coins, glasses, dropper sets, hats, shirts,
Burnt
not the Buc-ee's
stuff
hats.
on it.
We didn't talk about Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is a.
Tell us, yeah.
If you're in Texas,
You love
Buc-ee's is
Buc-ee's.
it's the great big
It's kind of like a
gas station
mall.
convenience store mall.
Yeah.
Huge. And the fact is, when I was down at Ironroot in September, we had to make a run to Buc-ee's. And so
What, do they got special pizza or something?
they had Jesse from Still It, podcaster and YouTube channel. He does different kinds of we interviewed he had us on a show, interviewed us at the La Quinta down there. I think it was the second Bastards Ball. We sat in the lobby and did a little show with
There's a
him.
lot of stuff going on, but I remember that.
He does different distillation. He grew a lot during COVID because people were at home and they're watching. They wanted to see. He kind of showed how to distill whiskey yourself. And then he started doing distillation using different type things. So he wanted to do, I don't know if I should say this, but we're going to say it. He worked with the Licorice Brothers. He worked with Ironroot. He wanted to make a mash from nachos. Yeah. And Jonathan,
So corn.
Jonathan Licorice said we need to add in these beaver nuggets from Buc-ee's.
Beaver nuggets.
Not like it sounds.
Good.
It's not actually a part of a beaver.
right.
It's kind of like a sweet malt ball or like a little fried ball dessert. They're sweet.
Wow.
Little. I didn't.
But they look like beaver nuggets, so that's hence the name.
Sure. Well, Buc-ee's is the beaver.
Beaver.
So beaver
and
nuggets.
Sure.
Yeah. So they did a mash with Doritos.
Did you try it?
Doritos and the no, it was still in the fermentation stage when we were there. They had they'd
Could be good.
yeah, combined it. They ground it all up and it smelled. The whole Ironroot distillery smelled like
Beaver nuggets?
nachos. Doritos.
I would love walking into nachos. I'd be like, woo, some quesadillas going on in here, baby.
Well, suppose they had to add something, some sugar, some sweetness to it to bump the fermentation along.
Love it.
So hence the beaver nugget. So we had to make
So
a
they're
Bucky's
playing
run.
around. Got it. Made a Bucky's run.
Yeah,
Love
but
it.
I'm not sure how it came out. So it was still in the fermentation stage. So it hadn't been just. We were down there over the weekend. Well, we were there like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when they did this on Thursday. Friday, we went down to Austin to the Bastards Ball, and then Jesse stayed, and he's from New Zealand.
Oh,
He was staying. He was going back up to Ironroot, and on Tuesday or Wednesday they were going to distill the mash. So I'm not sure how it came out.
those Kiwis.
That might be way too much information.
Those Kiwis, man, they're crazy.
They didn't tell me to keep quiet.
Yeah. Well, they're
That's top secret.
Oh. Yeah, they usually
didn't
don't
tell me
tell
it's
us.
top secret.
Yeah, they won't tell us. We don't have a clearance. So Scotch It, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.